So get this guys, this is absolutely ridiculous. The Bayonetta 3 voice actor, the voice actor who not only is the main character of the entire Bayonetta 3 series, but also was offered the role in the third installment into the series, was offered $4,000 to voice the entire game of Bayonetta 3. For the voice of Bayonetta, of course, not all the characters. I don't know if this is Platinum Games' choice or is this Nintendo's choice or a combination of the both, but this is extremely messed up and apparently something that happens a lot to voice actors. But even so, do you guys think there should be a boycott for Bayonetta 3? Hey guys, it's Rob here, and welcome back to the RoboChan Show, where we take the gaming news format that channels like Spawnwave or Arlo do, add a dash of animation and some cool editing on top to bring you your gaming news, leaks, and rumors in a fresh new way. If you're new here and want to be kept up on everything gaming, make sure you subscribe to the channel and leave a like if you enjoy the video and dislike if not. In this video, we are going to talk about the latest Nintendo news, which includes some pretty bad Nintendo Switch news for Bayonetta 3 that has stirred up a huge controversy, a new Nintendo Switch leak for new amiibos that are pretty big ones, and are for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, which is kind of weird because that game doesn't get new DLC. Nintendo Switch Sports is completely broken right now, and smaller Nintendo Switch stories that I find pretty interesting. If you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like, it helps the video out when you do, and if you want to follow me on Twitter and help me reach my goal of 1,000 followers, you can follow me at RoboRob93. Without further delay, let's talk about the latest Nintendo Switch news. So the Nintendo Switch has been doing pretty great recently. We have had a ton of new Nintendo Switch games that have been fantastic in the past year or two, with some fantastic Nintendo Switch news, leaks, and rumors as well. Metroid Dread hit a all-time sales high for the series. Xenoblade Chronicles 3 was leaked from the voice actor, and that ended up being true as well, and being a really fun game. Paper Mario was also leaked out, and that came true, and even the Mario 35th anniversary and all the crazy rumors and leaks that popped up about that, and that being true, was a good time. Overall, there was a lot of great Nintendo Switch topics that we talked about on this channel, and it's been really fun. But today's topic isn't something that's really fun to talk about, but I think it's something that needs to be talked about. And that is that there is a huge controversy for Bayonetta 3's voice actor Helena Taylor being offered a measly $4,000 for voicing the voice of Bayonetta 3, the main character of the game. And this isn't just one voice line here or there, it's not just something that's like a grunt or a shout or something very small. It's full-on cutscenes with a lot of dialogue. And I want to make it clear that I'm not saying that $4,000 is a measly amount. It's a measly amount for the work that she's being asked to do. So a couple weeks back, we got the news that Bayonetta was going to be recast for the voice actor, and the new voice of Bayonetta in Bayonetta 3, I don't know why I keep saying Bayonetta, but the new voice of Bayonetta is gonna be Jennifer Hale. While speaking with Game Informer, Bayonetta 3 director Yusuke Miyata, I probably said that wrong, said this: various overlapping circumstances made it difficult for Helena Taylor to reprise her role. We held auditions to cast the new voice of Bayonetta and offered the role to Jennifer Hale, whom we felt was a good match for the character. I understand that the concerns for some fans have about the voice change at this point in the series, but Jennifer's performance was way beyond what we could have imagined. I'm confident that her portrayal of Bayonetta will exceed our fans' expectations. Now, when this happened, I don't think anyone really gave it a thought. We all just thought, okay, a new voice actor, nothing shady happening here, nothing messed up happening here, and we kind of just went on with our lives and moved on to other topics and new trends like things usually happen. But today, just a couple of hours ago of this recording, it seems that we have some more news on what's going on, and it seems that the voice actress Helena Taylor has taken to Twitter and come out and gave us more details on what exactly did happen, and is now calling for a boycott for Bayonetta 3 to all Nintendo Switch players who are going to buy this game. Nintendo Life has some more specific quotes from the voice actress, and this is what she says: "I was just asking for a decent, dignified living wage. What they did was legal, but it was immoral. I'm not afraid of a non-disclosure agreement. I can't even afford to run a car. What are they gonna do? Take my clothes? Good luck to them. Bayonetta always stands up for those with less power and stands up for what is right, and doing this, you stand with her. Thank you." Platinum had the cheek to say that I was busy, that they couldn't make it work. Well, I had nothing but. I created that voice. She has no right to sign merchandise as Bayonetta. They'll, Platinum Games, probably try and do a spin-off with Jan. Don't buy that either. Now, the vice president of Platinum Games, Hideki Kamiya, I probably said that wrong as well. I'm not good with names, guys. Who is a huge part of Platinum. He's the vice president. He's not a small developer or a small cog in the giant wheel. Had a really weird and bad had response to this, and this is what he said. Sad and deplorable about the attitude of untruth. That's what all I can tell now. By the way, beware of my rules. And again, keep in mind that this is the vice president of the company, a person who is a bigger player in decision making and running Platinum Games. It seems that he is currently also going on a blocking spree to anyone who voices their opinion or mention this in any of his Twitter posts. As you can see in all of these screenshots, plenty of people have already been blocked. Now, we currently don't have all the details here. I think that's important, and I also think it's important in the response by the voice actress as well. I think there's something that I don't really see a lot of people mentioning here, and I want to add that in right now and talk about that real quick, and then we'll continue with the story. And before I say this, I want to state that it is really messed up at what they are doing, if that is in fact what they offered her. It is really messed up to pay someone $4,000, a non-livable wage, for something that is such a huge game for the Nintendo Switch and something that is a huge part of the character. I just want to get that out there and let you guys know that's what I think, because what I'm gonna say next is gonna sound a bit mean. The line that doesn't really sit right with me is when she says she has no right to sign the merchandise as Bayonetta. I get that you're angry that you're not getting paid the money that you deserve for this role, but taking it out on other actors is not the way to go. You can't say Bayonetta always stands up for those with less power and stands up for what is right, and then go and say that this voice actor shouldn't be paid, basically. That's essentially what she's saying. She has no right to any of that merchandise. That's what she's saying. And that's why I struggle to boycott this game, because you have to remember that it's not just her on this game. There are other people who made this game. There are voice actors. There are people who made the graphics. There are people who made the textures. There are people who made the sound. There's a lot of people who work on this game, and saying that I'm just gonna boycott this game could potentially hurt some of these people who have nothing to do with this situation and are just innocent. So it is a double-edged sword if this game gets boycotted, and it does affect the sales. Now, if it will affect the sales, I mean, we don't know yet, but I just wanted to mention that part because I think that part of her quote was a little messed up. Now, it does seem like there's more story to this. My guess is that they're under some kind of contract or NDA or something that's keeping them from telling the whole story, because the vice president of Platinum Games says that he can't go into further detail in his tweet, and even Helena says that she's not afraid of this non-disclosure agreement, which in my opinion can land her in some hot water, so I think she should be really careful on what she says until things clear up. And it's okay for her to speak out, and she can't get any legal problems due to her speaking out and breaking that NDA. I think having all the details in these situations is very important. There could be essential info that we're not aware of that can completely change the situation. We don't know which side is lying, which side is omitting some of the truth, we just don't know. But just looking at the current facts at face value, it is messed up paying someone $4,000 for the voice of an iconic character and the main character of the game. It's absolutely scummy. Again, if there are other details, I think it's going to completely change the situation, but so far it's looking like a crappy deal. And I'd go even so far to say that Nintendo should come out and say something, a direct response to this, and if they don't, their silence is going to be more than if they did voice their opinion or their thoughts or whatever response they have to this situation. Even if they're not directly responsible for her pay and deciding how much she gets for the voice of Bayonetta, they should still come out and say something. What's even worse is that you have to remember prices are going up on everything across the board. Food, electronics, car bills, everything is going up. Paying your worker a livable wage is something that should be common around the world. If you're putting in the hours, if you're putting in the work, if it's something that's a huge project, or if it's anything that you have to spend a lot of your time on, you should be being paid a livable wage. And to have these bigger companies take shortcuts, treat their employees like garbage, and not pay them what they should to just live is kind of crappy. I mean, just recently we learned about the VFX artists with Disney and Marvel being overworked. That's another controversy that's been going on. But yeah, that's just my 2 cents on the situation. I think there's a lot of things that need to be talked about here, but I think there's also some sides from the voice actress that isn't too good, but I think she is right on some things. Like, it is really crappy to pay someone that much money for such a big character and such a big role and a lot of work. I don't know, guys. What do you guys think about all of this? Anyways, let's shift over to the next topic with a little less serious tone and a little bit more fun stuff to talk about. So remember Smash Bros? You know, the game that everyone played and everyone got excited for the new characters to be revealed? Well, it seems that we have some more news, or to be more specific, a Nintendo Switch leak, even if it is just an amiibo for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. So it seems like we have a look at these 2 new amiibos, which look fantastic. I especially like Sephiroth. It looks really good. Now, these amiibos were shown off at PopCon earlier this week, and these haven't released yet, so this is something early, and this is something that we probably shouldn't have seen yet. Now, I do think these actually look pretty good, and honestly, I am probably going to get the Sephiroth amiibo, even though I don't play Smash Bros. Too much these days. It just looks really cool to me. Also, keep in mind that this happened about a week ago, but kind of flew under my my radar, but I wanted to mention it in today's video because I think a lot of you guys would enjoy a look at these if you haven't seen this yet. And moving on to the lightning round of Nintendo Switch news, we have some pretty interesting short topics for you guys. The first one is the unreleased Mario Kart XXL tech demo for the Game Boy Advance has surfaced online, which is pretty cool. This was a pitch by Daenerys Entertainment Software for the Game Boy Advance back in 2004, and now it's available to download. You can download it and play it. I think this is a really cool look into the past, and I really wanted to give my quick thoughts on it. And I think it's really cool. If you guys want a more in-depth talk on it, a YouTuber by the name of Hard for Games I see what they did there, has a full video on it, and that will be in the description below if you guys are interested in that. Moving on, Switch Sports version 1.2.1 has updated earlier this week, and it seems that it has introduced a bug that is pretty big and a pretty big problem. So this bug causes crashes whether playing online or offline during a preloading match. Currently, Nintendo has shut down the servers for Nintendo Switch Sports, and there is no update as of yet. So make sure you guys are subscribed because I will be updating you guys on that when they do update it and fix it. And the next topic in this lightning round of Nintendo Switch news is new DLC for Disney's Dreamlight Valley. This is what the tweet said. Tap into your villainous side with the first major content update in a new star path available October 19th. And that is all the news for you guys today. What do you guys think of today's Nintendo Switch news and leaks and rumors? What are your thoughts on Bayonetta 3's controversy? Are you guys gonna get those new Smash Bros. Amiibos? What about the smaller Nintendo Switch stories? Have you tried playing Switch Sports? Tell me your thoughts in the comment section below on the topics that you are interested in, and let's talk about them. And if not, on your way out, make sure you subscribe for more videos and also have that notification bell on. And if you want to support the channel in any other way, there is my Patreon and Twitter account in the pinned comment if you're interested in those. Oh, and also have this donut if you're still sticking around for me rambling. Thanks for watching, guys, and remember, stay safe, stay charged, and have a good one.